Komideme elabenwuti TV towe.
Light. Speaking the mother language in the speaker is very key in bringing up our children. In the statement, the honorable member mentioned that language, the way we dress, what we eat, and how we speak tells everything about us. And so, Mr. Speaker, it is important for us to recognize that in our houses as members of parliament, we should learn to speak our own language to our children. It has become a kind of pride for some people to think that once I speak English to my children, that tells the class I belong to. Mr. Speaker, it is completely wrong. Well, people may judge me wrongly, but for me, I think that as a person that comes from the north, especially as a Breford, the language that I speak in the speaker is called Breford. But just because we don't speak our local languages to our children, they even grow up and are not able to tell the tribe they belong to. It is very common, especially with my people. In fact, I feel very guilty to say this. I speak Breford, but Breford comes from the Dagate or the Dagari language. And so most of our people, when they travel out and they ask them what tribe they belong to, they say, oh, I'm a Daga or I'm a Dagate. And even to the extent that they name their children after their landlords. You would meet a typical Breford man, ask for the name, and you say, my name is Kwachi or I'm Bwachi. Yes, Abronye, I cannot authenticate that. But just last week, there was a video circulating that Abronye is a Northerner, but his name is Kwame Bafo. And if it is true that they said Mr. Abronye is a Northerner and he's called Kwame Bafo, how will you describe this? So, Mr. Speaker, let me take this opportunity to tell those who come down south to work, especially the Breford people, the Dadabes, who come down south, so those who are in Western region, they name their children Ajewa, Amamansa, Abnadonko. All those names, you do not even know the meaning. Mr. Speaker, I am called Dare. When I was born, I was named Dare. And if you get to my area, once you hear the name Dare, you know that the person, where we believe in reincarnation, you know that the person was born after the mother lost a previous child. If you get to my community, if you hear the name Say, it tells you that the person is a firstborn, a first male born of the family. If you hear the name Sansan, it tells you that the person is a second male born of the family. In fact, we grew up to meet these things, but they are gradually fading out. I don't know whether that is modernity, or whether that is education, or is Christianity. We have some homes that they think that if you are praying and you pray in Ashanti or English, that is when your prayers will be answered. Mr. Speaker, it is time for us to start educating our families. It is time for us to start letting our people know that where we come from, that is where we come from. We didn't choose to be from the north. We didn't choose to be Gonjas. We didn't choose to be Dagabes. We didn't choose to be Brefords. And so wherever you find yourself, let your identity be known. We can only do this by letting our children learning this in our schools. And so there was an NGO in my district, Mr. Speaker, called IBIS. I think now Oxfam also. They introduced this complementary basic education. In fact, Mr. Speaker, it helped a lot. People who went through that system did not suffer when they got to the upper classes. And so, Mr. Speaker, I thank the honorable member for bringing this up, but let me once again remind the Breford people that wherever they are, they should let people know that they speak the language Breford. If you are a Dagao, wherever you are, speak your Dagati to your children. Don't speak Chi to them. Don't speak Akan to them. It is good we learn these languages, but don't let the Akan be the main language at home. Don't let English be the main language at home. Speak the Dagari to your children. Speak the Brefo to your children. Speak Gonja to your children. I have met Gonjas whose children cannot speak. They cannot even say entree. If you greet an entree, they respond in English. It is bad. Oh, in here Brefo you order. Mr. Speaker, what I said just meant that I speak a lot of Brefo. And I'm very proud. Wherever I get to, I let people know where I belong to. You see my travel marks, it tells you that I belong to a community.
Homideme, el labem TV, Towie.